Nash Zing Tales.
Every school has its secrets, but Maplewood Elementary had one that no one ever noticed. Not the teachers, not the janitor, not even the kids who walked by it every single day. Except for two. Jamie Brooks was the kind of kid who saw things others didn't. A flicker in the light, a whisper in the wind, the sparkle in the corner of your eye that disappears when you look twice. And Ava Lin, his best friend, was just as curious. She had a quick smile, bright eyes that noticed everything, and a fearless streak that matched Jamie's love of puzzles and strange stories. Together, they made the perfect team for discovering secrets. It began when Jamie's locker jammed. Number 12. He tugged. He twisted. He even kicked it twice nothing. Ava leaned over his shoulder. "Are you sure it's not stuck?" she whispered, peering at the locker. Then, they both heard it. A hum. Faint, low, like a heartbeat under metal. Jamie pressed his ear to the cool locker door, and for just a second, it pulsed with light. "It's glowing," she said, eyes wide. Near the lock, a tiny symbol had been carved. Not a number, a star. The same shape Jamie had doodled in his notebook 100 times. Close did. Jamie's heart thumped. He pulled out a small silver key he'd found under the playground last year. "It might work," he murmured. Ava nodded. "Let's see." Click. The locker creaked open, and instead of books and papers, a golden, soft, alive light spilled out. Close-up did. Jamie and Ava stepped closer, and the world shifted. The hallway stretched, twisted, and melted into color. One step forward, and they weren't in school anymore. They stood on a floating bridge of glass and light, surrounded by clouds that shimmered like oceans. Tiny islands floated in the air with trees that whispered and fireflies that painted pictures in the mist. It was beautiful. It was impossible. It was real. Then they heard it a giggle. A small, glowing creature peeked out from behind a floating lantern. Its eyes sparkled like melted silver, and when it spoke, it sounded like wind chimes. "Welcome back, Jamie, and hello, Ava." Jamie froze. "Back?" he asked, eyes wide. Ava stepped forward, curious and smiling. Who are you?" The creature's smile widened. "I'm Luma, guardian of forgotten places. And you two, you opened the door again. It's been waiting for you." Locker 12 wasn't just a locker. It was a gate, a secret bridge between the ordinary world and the land of wonder that only opened for the curious heated. Together, Jamie, Ava, and Luma explored the glowing world beyond. Fields of singing flowers, rivers that reflected memories, skies that changed colors with laughter. Jamie had never felt so alive. And Ava's laughter made the skies shimmer even brighter. And soon, Jamie began to fade. "This world feeds on imagination," Luma said softly. "But humans can't stay long. You belong to both worlds, but must live in one." Jamie looked down at his hands, flickering with starlight. Ava grabbed his hand, holding it tightly. "We'll find a way back someday," she whispered. He didn't want to leave, but he knew some doors are meant to open only when you need them most. Jamie hugged Luma tightly. "Will I ever come back?" Luma smiled. "As long as you keep wondering, Locker 12 will always remember you." Light swirled around him, warm, gentle, like a goodbye that promised someday. Ava squeezed his hand, her eyes shining with hope. When Jamie opened his eyes, he was back in the hallway. The bell rang. Kids laughed and ran past him. No one noticed the faint shimmer of gold fading from the locker door. But Jamie noticed. And Ava did too. In his palm lay a tiny silver star key, still warm to the touch. They exchanged a quiet smile, a secret shared. From that day on, Jamie and Ava never saw the world as ordinary again. Every hallway, every shadow, every sound of the wind might just be hiding something extraordinary. And sometimes, you don't need to find the magic. You just have to believe it's there. The secret in Locker 12, where curiosity is the key.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell.